Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Beauty Etc. as usual, and I'm here with a very beautiful doctor. And one of those doctors that when you see you get well quickly. Like,
oh my goodness. Oh my
I'm sure you get that all
goodness.
the time, right?
No, really. No, really.
Okay, today we're going to be talking about the Ebola virus, which has ravaged our country, like seriously. So I'm just going to be asking a few questions for those of you that don't really know much about it or just need to be reminded. What is Ebola? So first of all, introduce yourself.
Alright. I'm Dr. Inajiro Precious Jane. I'm working currently at Lagos University Teaching Hospital right now. So I'm a doctor there. Though I'm on strike now, but whatever.
Please, you guys should call off your strike.
That
What
one
are we
is a
supposed to
topic
do?
for another.
I'm telling you, like, you guys need to call off your
Topic
strike,
for
like
another day.
seriously. Okay, so tell us about Ebola. What
Ebola.
is it?
Ebola is a virus. Let's start with it. Ebola is a virus. It causes a viral hemorrhagic fever. It's similar to things like dengue fever, and it has the same symptoms like malaria. It comes with fever, weakness, arthralgia, that's muscle weakness. Then the more extreme symptoms are bleeding, diarrhea, and things like that. So most times people find it hard to differentiate Ebola and normal malaria. Some people have explained Ebola to be like an extreme form of malaria, like the worst type of malaria you can have. That's what some people describe it as. And the fever is extreme. So it's a virus, it's a fibrovirus. That's how they describe it, and it attacks the immune system most times.
Wow.
That's what it does.
Kind of like HIV, sort of.
It's like HIV, but the mechanism of action is very different from HIV. It's not too different from HIV, but it's different from HIV. Like, it doesn't cause, HIV causes reduction in immunity, that causes other infections to affect the body.
Right.
But this virus attacks the body itself.
Wow.
And the problem, the incubation period is between 2 to 21 days. And most times symptoms are seen between 5 to 8 days. So even if you are cured from the virus, people are still going to watch you we're still going to be in isolation for like the next 3 to 4 weeks. Because some people are still carriers for that long period of time. But in between 2 to 21 days, you're expected to have shown a symptom, at least basic fever.
Okay.
That's the basic thing about Ebola. The rest is it's not really anything that I think people should just know that it's a highly effective virus.
Contagious.
And
Right. So what countries are being affected?
Right now, the countries that are being affected mostly, we're talking about Guinea, Liberia, Sierra Leone. Our first Ebola, it was first popular in Congo.
Okay.
They had some bouts of it, like epidemics in Congo.
Okay.
But this is the first time it's actually entering West Africa.
Wow.
So
and
this is the worst epidemic it's having right now in West Africa, because I think in those other countries people are not keeping to the what word is it? Hygiene protocols. They are not keeping to it. Most people are burying dead bodies at their backyards. People are throwing dead bodies on the road.
Shouldn't they be cremating them?
An Ebola victim, normally, if a dead body is even in front of you, what you should do, you're not even supposed to touch this person. That's even how bad it is. You're not even supposed to you're supposed to like just cover the person up and take it straight to a crematorium and let it be put. But because in those villages, because these are small villages, they don't really understand how they will do all those type of things. So the epidemic is bad. That's all I can just say. And it's not even a problem of the primary person. We have the main host. We have the primaries, just like the family,
the caregivers.
Then we now have the secondaries. So it's a problem. A one person problem can turn into a 200 person problem in 3-4 days.
Wow.
That's the problem we're having right now.
How is it spread?
It can be spread through bodily fluids. Everybody talks about bushmeat and all that, eating of bushmeat, food baths and all that. But in these urban centers, fine, there's bushmeat, that's the villages and all that. But in these urban centers right now, it's human to human contact. That is the problem. People go around hugging people,
so we can't hug
sweat, rubbing from. No, the problem with sweat. The problem with sweat is that it has to come in contact with broken skin.
Okay.
But the problem now is that if you come in contact with sweat, your hands come in contact with sweat, people have this bad habit of picking their nose, putting fingers in their eyes, putting fingers in their mouth, don't wash their hands first before eating food. So even if you're saying it's not on broken skin, it can get in.
Right, somehow. Because if you're dirty, if you have dirty habits.
If you have all the dirty habits of not washing your hands before you even eat, even if you're using cutlery, please wash your hands before you eat and all those things. If you're in a bus and you have sweat, those who don't have cars, just keep away from uncontrolled environments, uncontrolled, crowded, populated environments. That's all I can say. But the rest is just hygiene. Have a bath, wash your hands, and once you're washing your hands with soap, there are some techniques to use for washing your hands with soap. You just don't wash your hands like this with the soap. You go in, you go like this, you go like this, you go like this, then go in, point between the fingers. You wash your tongue, you go finger to finger, you do like that, you do like that. Then you wash your outer fingers, then go in for your fingertips.
Wow,
go
it's
in,
a serious
go
washing.
go in. This is something that's been used by medical people normally, but now we're now like training the public to know how to. You go in for your fingertips to go in, not forgetting that you're supposed to. This is supposed to be done on any running water.
Not in
a bucket, not in anything. You're not supposed to wash from your wrist. The water is supposed to run from your wrist downwards.
Okay.
It's not supposed to be. You're not doing like this. This is not what you're doing. See, you're not just transferring it here. This is what you're doing. You're doing it like this. Okay. That's how it's supposed to wash. Then you rinse out. Of which this is supposed to take 30 seconds to a minute. This is not a hurry process.
Wow. So it's gonna take us a while
I know.
to get used to that in
I know
Nigeria.
it's a lot. It's a lot for people to take. That's why most times when people talk about Ebola and everything like that, so people find it hard to understand. But if you are clean, if you try your best to be as hygienic as possible, and please, if you see anybody showing any symptoms around you,
like sneezing,
in any way,
what about sneezing?
So with Ebola that is supposed to be infectious, is going to be acutely ill.
Acutely ill. Okay.
This is not just going to be
right.
Person is going to be acutely ill. So please be sensitive. I think it's more about being sensitive, being aware of your environment. And people, please do not lie. The problem we're going
there
to
was
have
a case
now
of
with primaries and secondaries is going to be people who lie. If a public health worker comes to your house and just wants to ask you questions, please be as truthful as possible. Because you might not only be helping yourself, you might be helping your children, your father, your mother. So if they ask you, have you been around anybody? Have you been to any burial? Have you been around anybody that is ill? Please try as much as possible to answer truthfully. Because from you alone, 20 other people may get infected. From you alone, even 20 other people might even get saved. So I think it's going to be, people should be more aware of their environment. I know this is hard for most people to do.
Yeah. Shaking of hands and all.
Don't think of yourself, think of the people around you. I think if you think more of the people around you,
then you'll be more careful. I just hope a vaccine comes sometime soon.
I don't think that's going to happen soon. Everybody has this talk of that vaccine, that it was made out of mouse antibodies or something funny like that. But the problem with drugs like that is that it has to pass through a lot of
tests and
because we don't know what it's going to do to your liver, we don't know what's going to do to your kidney, we don't know what's going to do to your skin. It's going to take years before that kind of drug is going to pass through all the tests before it's released to the public. So this epidemic right now has to be stopped now
and prevented.
We cannot be waiting for that vaccine. It has to be stopped now. Okay. And with the number of people in this country, all the other epidemics we have had in this country, the death toll has been very high. So the earlier we curb this one, the better for us. That's all I can say about this
Ebola stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. PJ. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing. I'll get back to you guys. Thank you guys. Bye. Summarizing some of the stuff that she said. There's no vaccine for it yet. I believe we already said that. And something interesting that I actually learned today while I was out eating was that there's a 60% death toll, meaning that if you suspect that you have the symptoms, or if the person that suspects that they have the symptoms, like malaria symptoms, go to the hospital on time, the healthcare professionals are able to use fluids. I don't know what kind of fluids they are, I'm not a doctor, but they're able to use the fluids to flush out the virus. So early detection can actually save the victim's life. Not everybody dies from Ebola, is what I'm trying to say. You can check it out online. I did check it out, and you can also check it out as well. It is if you don't have a car and you have to be in a bus, you have to go to work, you have to go wherever it is that you need to go. Once you get home, first of all, you can try and wear long sleeve clothes, but if you can't do that, please ignore that horn. If you can't do that, then once you get home, please wash, like take a bath, take a shower, wash your body, wash your hands once you get home. Use your hand sanitizers as often, use it like it's a mantra. And I heard that the virus is in, like she was saying, it doesn't affect skin that is not broken. The virus can seep into your skin pores if your skin is not broken. But we have to cultivate, go and learn new hygiene routines. Okay, that's the best English I could find at the moment. Okay, so yes, the symptoms are normally muscular pains, headaches, vomits, urine with blood, just very severe malaria symptoms and all that. Prevention is better than cure, and close contact with infected patients should be avoided as much as possible. Please do not go near people that have been diagnosed of, they're really, really sick. Also, if there's no if there's no hand sanitizer available or soap and water available, you can also mix a little bit, like the cover of a bleach container, the cover, you can mix it with a whole pail of water and use that to wash your hands, or to wash surfaces, or to clean surfaces in the absence of disinfectants and hand sanitizers. And just so you know, healthcare workers, hospitals, in my opinion, and caregivers are at the highest risk for this disease. So please, my Nigerian brothers, my Nigerian sisters, please wash your hands. If you have to shake someone, make sure you have your hand sanitizer ready close by, or you have a tap where you can wash your hands with soap. Just be clean, just be extra clean. Basically, there's no, it's like, it seems so trivial, but that is what will save millions of lives. And please, if you know that you have those symptoms, please go to the nearest healthcare facility. Let them know, let people know, so that they can actually save your life and probably also save the lives of people around you, because once it has gotten to an advanced stage, there is really no cure. And all those vaccines that they are finding out there, they're just speculations, they're just testing, so you never know. So prevention is better than cure in this epidemic that we face in Nigeria, and in Africa at large. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I'm sorry this topic has taken this long, or this video is this long. I normally don't like long videos because it takes forever to process upload onto YouTube. But hey, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please post it. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you again for watching, and again, I apologize for the shitty production in the beginning. Okay guys, I had to add this because I was watching my video, and I was like, okay, there's something that I forgot to say. There have been very annoying broadcasts saying that you should mix salt with water, warm water, and use salt to bath. Wrong. Absolute nonsense. I'm so pissed with those pieces, and I put it on my DPM. If you send me that kind of message, I will delete you. It's that serious, because that's just stupid and deadly. Like, that is not a joke. Salt, sea salt and table salt are two totally different things. If you put salt on your skin, it will desiccate your skin, meaning it will dry out your skin pores. The skin sweats
because it has to get rid of excess salt in the skin. Now, if you start adding more salt to your skin, you're just being stupid, really. And then you are exposing yourself to this virus that we are actually trying to prevent. Please don't be stupid, my fellow Nigerians. Don't, because this is just stupid. Salt water, drinking salt water, bathing with salt water, that's about the dumbest thing that you could ever do to yourself, to your loved ones, to your children. Do not spread these broadcasts. They are dumb. Enough said.